I believe we can go and play a game.
Yeah, that sounds fine to me. What do you think, Evan?
Yeah. Usually with the expansions and modules, we don't really jump into those. We'll just cover the base game. I'm sure that's people watching wants to see kind of the flow and how it works, and we can kind of go from there.
Sure.
Yeah, at least probably get it like a few rounds in. All right.
Well, so I would ask that we would reload the actual file because we've pretty much messed it up already.
Yeah. All right.
So at least we're not stuck 10 minutes putting everything back in the box. It's the advantage of DTS.
Yep.
Okay, we can. Yeah, we can start.
Yeah, it spoils you on setting up and cleaning up.
Okay, so we have to decide who's the first player. We can essentially roll a dice. We can also use the cards we have been dealt. Thing we actually do in playtesting is to look at whoever has the alpha card and decide by that he would be the first player. So it's really up to you. Do you want to roll a dice, or do you want to? How do you want to proceed?
Going by the alpha works for me.
Yeah, that works. It's ideal because you have the first player. Then we can kind of watch the flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The official rule is the last person to make a Freudian slip goes first.
Ah, yes. Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I have knocked many games and reviews by saying if you don't have some fun way of choosing a first player, shame on you.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, so everyone will get their specific set of tiles. So I will get the alpha tiles. And we will also get the starting initial resources. So I will get 4 coffee. Bush or PCT will get 5. Dale will already get the 4 and right idea, and a dark eye will get 5 and a right idea. Correct. Now, in reverse player order, meaning dark eye will start first, he will pick one of the starting clients and also the latent and manifest dream. I will explain what each client's power is. Again, this is a teaching game. We can go a bit slower. So starting from the left to the right, we have this one. Essentially, he will allow you to move your inkpot one step further than usual. All effects are optional. You don't have to use that extra boost if you don't want to, but it is a pretty good boost because it can actually allow you to unlock your ideas faster. The second one, when you recall, you get 2 bright ideas. Relatively straightforward. Bright ideas are useful. All-round good cards. This one, when you have a symbol match, meaning with the manifest dream and the grief layer, besides getting the heart-shaped box, you will also generate a major of any type of your choice. This one, when you trigger the reputation track, you will be able to get one of Freud's benefits again. So let's just do an example here on the city. Let's say Freud is here. So I could, if I had that card and that effect, either get 2 techniques, or play 4 newspaper cards, or get a technique and 4 newspaper cards, or even a technique and a bright idea.
A technique and 2 newspaper cards, that is. You said 4.
I said 2 techniques, or 4, or play 4 cards. Essentially, I could do this twice.
Right.
Maybe I wasn't that clear. My apologies.
Oh, We do have a question in the Twitch channel there.
Hey,
Clumsy Dice asked, is there a way to advance your reputation marker without moving Freud's marker?
no, there is not. It is a necessary requirement. Whenever you get a reputation point, you will move both yours and Freud's marker. It is one of the ways the game will actually advance. And by the way, shout out to my buddy, João Brás. Hi. At least I hope it's him. I know so many people. Okay.
Yeah, he did. Looks like he hopped on here to support you.
It is late, so well done.
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah.
Okay, the final client is also relatively straightforward. When you draw a newspaper card, you will get a coffee. So if you actually draw 2 newspaper cards, you will draw 2 coffees. All of the cards are good. Some of them are more situational than others. Let's say this one and this one, because you do have to trigger specific effects. Other than that, all of them are good.
Yeah, it feels like this one might be a little bit stronger, but then that's why you only get 1 icon instead of 2 then.
Sort of. He is cheaper and he also is easier to heal. So
okay.
There's that.
All right, so I get the first pick here then. All right, this is whenever you draw a newspaper card, you get a coffee?
Yeah, whenever you draw a paper card, you get a coffee.
I like getting alternate versions of coffee. We'll go with him. That seems...
Okay. So, you will draw a latent dream card from the top of the deck. You can reveal it, and then you will pick one of
these.
the 4 cards that are available, or you can try your luck on top of the deck.
All right. Yeah, so like the starting one doesn't have like a matching grief icon.
No, it does not. All clients, all starting clients start out with the same grief layer, which is common to all players. Essentially, will be on an even footing.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Well, this one has less hearts, so we'll go with that one.
Okay.
So I wanna, or yeah, because I mean I have to get at least a 6. I'm not getting the 6 with that guy, so I might as well make him super easy.
So you will have to adjust the tracker to 6.
Oh yeah, it's based off of that. Yeah,
yeah, the tracker is based on top of this, not on the actual
dreams. Yeah.
It does mean that you will have to find 2 heart-shaped boxes to actually heal him. And I might also say this is probably not the best thing you could have taken.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Yeah.
The only reason is that you kind of want to trigger Catharsis as fast as possible to unlock your second office space. So if you can get the card with 3 hearts, that would be best.
Yeah, I'll probably go and go with that. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that part of it. So we'll go.
It's fine. A lot of moving parts.
Yep.
Okay. So because the therapy tracker is at 6, you do start out with 1 point.
Look at you go, John. You're winning.
I'm winning.
You're winning. So, just a quick aside, the rulebook has us first drafting clients and then in clockwise order picking the starting notebook tiles. However, for sake of explanation and also because it's easier, you can actually choose them currently. So the logic is either you choose the starting resources you need in order to actually get a heads up with healing the first stream, or you pick them based on the power that they will provide.
And yeah, that was what I was going to do, was getting the head start on that. So I was going to go with this one here,
Okay,
which
so you will get 2 minor passions, 1 minor growth, and 1 minor freedom. You will also start at the coffee shop. So I will just move your meeple over to the coffee shop. Just again, a quick aside. Nothing tells you that you actually have to place this here specifically. It is useful because you will, if you do trigger this row, trigger both effects, and this will feed into this. But nothing stops you from just placing this, shall we say, here. The difference is this doesn't feed into this, but I mean, it is strategic in a way. This
yep,
is
and that's what I was going with. Was I was figuring, like, you know what, I'm getting the resource there. Might as well feed the engine.
perfectly fine. These 2 tiles can just be got rid of. It is now Dale's turn to actually draft.
All right, I'll grab this symbol match guy. Grab a latent dream. And because he's at 6, I also score a point. Oh, I'm yellow. Excuse me. And I want 3 hearts on a dream. So I am looking at, wow, they all give points. I'm looking at 2 purple, red, green. Purple and a red. Here we go. And I will start with this one. And I'm all set. You can go ahead.
Right, so that's me. So I think I'm gonna grab this guy here. All right. He starts at 6. And I think I'm going to take the cats.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, that's reasonable.
When I saw the picture, I had to Snapchat that to my wife upstairs because she loves cats.
I mean, it's clear. Actually, not clear. I think one of them's Napoleon and another one's a scientist. I could be wrong.
I can see that. All right.
And now you have left me with 2 cards that, although good, I'm not particularly a fan of. I've already done a recall strategy in an earlier game, so I'm actually gonna try and do one that at least works with triggering the reputation bonus. So all of us will actually start out with a point, surprisingly. I will have to draft the card, and yeah, so I will have to find a heart somewhere, but until then, I can just pick one of the cards I have. Let me just check what my tiles. Oh, my tiles are perfect. So I'm just gonna pick this one instead. And yeah. So Dale essentially placed the last card on here. So the last card to be drafted goes back into the deck and is reshuffled.
All right, and you're starting resource there for That's on the right part of this card, right?
Correct.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. Okay.
I see how it is. Everybody's hanging out over there at the opera. What? That's cool. I'm perfectly happy over here at the coffee shop.
No phantoms here. It's perfectly safe.
Okay. Is someone missing? Blue. Blue still is.
Oh, yep.
Believe you start at the library. So.
Nerd.
Okay.
John, your audio is crackling.
How was it?
Yeah, it's a bit crackly. Sort of like it's a fan moving on the
Oh,
backside.
yeah, that's probably. Yeah,
Probably
you know
it.
what? I can fix that here.
Okay, we still have a small amount of setup to do. If someone could turn on the turns, so options, turns, and you can just put on automatic, it should work. Thank you. It actually makes it easier to pass around the turns. Okay, can I start?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So a lot of stuff I can do, and my main concerns at this moment are getting enough resources to actually start healing this specific client. So a lot of stuff I can do. I can go to the city and try and find out stuff. I could, for instance, move here and then move back to Freud, although as it is, not necessarily the best thing I could do. I could try my luck with newspapers and start building my tag engine. I could always use these actions, which we jokingly call them the forbidden actions. Again, jokingly, because we usually can find better ways to get all of these stuff. I will say, sometimes we have no better choice than to go to those spots. A good opener, at least as far as I'm concerned, is essentially going and getting a notebook tile. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick my two ideas and going to point them here. I'm actually going to grab this tile right now and get one median freedom. This flips, spin to coffee, and a new tile comes. So I'm in a bit of a conundrum, which is this is not necessarily bad, but it also doesn't get me near what I want. Hmm. I will get this one. So I have to spend 2 coffee, but I will trigger the coffee shop. The coffee shop will give me 1 coffee. This gets refilled, and I will move my ink pot 2 spaces. So 2 spaces. And I will do all the stuff here. Also, by placing this technique over here, I do unlock my first player colored insight. So, I get minor freedom. I can convert that minor freedom into a median, and I can convert any median into a hardship box, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to convert this into a median growth because I actually have a plan. And I'm going to convert this median freedom I got, I believe, from this tile right here into a heart-shaped box, which I will use probably at the end of my turn, if nothing else, because this client, to actually finish healing him, will require 1. Finally, I will use the coffee I actually got from the right side of the card to get a median and a minor passion. I can also elevate something, which will be the median growth I just got into a major. And I have everything I need such that I can heal my first client next turn.
Now, one question I do have here. So the free coffee action that you got, is that just basically saying you only get 1 activation, or does it work like the action does? Like, could you get up to 5 if you have icons or people were there?
You could get up to 5 with the icons, just the icons. So effectively, you look at all the coffee tags you have, and then you add this one. And if memory serves correctly, you could also spend bright ideas. So if I had bright ideas, I could spend those to empower this activation.
All right.
Right. So I guess that leads it up to me then.
Sorry about that.
No, we will figure this out. There's no better way than by doing.
I couldn't agree more.
So looking at it, I feel very similar to what you did. And I feel we are going to go.
I can
here.
take care of that.
Oh.
It helps having 90 degrees rotation.
Yep.
So we're going to do that. It's going to cost me 2 coffee. But I'm going to claim that tile to go here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I immediately do on.
You effectively do all the stuff that's on the banner side. You flip the tile, and then a new tile gets refilled.
So I'm going to elevate that one.
And I'm just going to add, you are not forced to do any benefit you have. Usually transferences aren't really useful, and so people just ignore them for, I'd say, 90% of the time. They are situationally useful.
I say at this point it doesn't really help me either way, so I'm going to ask if I had to do it. So
you do not.
Okay, so I did my elevate. I'll skip the transference. This flips.
Mm-hmm. And this gets refilled. And if you now want, you can either pick this or this.
Which I think I'm going to take the bottom one.
Makes sense, given the tile you just got.
And I can place it in this tile here.
You can. By placing it there, you immediately unlock this player colored insight, which you can then use.
And then I activate the
museum or university. So even though you're not there, you're still activating it with 1 power. Things you can do in the museum are getting a minor passion, an elevation, or converting a minor passion into a newspaper card.
Okay.
I would say to take the elevation.
That's what I was going to say, is I'll take the elevation, move that, so I'm 1 step closer to healing this client. Then that flips the card, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You do have to spend the coffee, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Got the coffee. And that should be it for me then, right?
No, you still have to move the ink pot.
Oh, I forgot about the ink pot. All right.
So
And then I can do these in any order.
Correct. Any order you want. And also, you're not forced to do any of the things that are in the tiles if for some reason you don't want to or can't. Every effect, every benefit is optional. That's the logic.
Okay.
Although I would say that in your case, you can almost certainly do pretty much everything.
I was going to say, we'll start with the very first one. Bring
Yeah.
that to there. It'll cost, if I take that away, I get 2 elevations, which I know I want that for sure.
Okay.
And then
You can always
Thank
always look at your latent dream and sort of plan ahead for that.
Yep.
You'll need a major growth for that one.
I'm just worried if I take
Although
them.
you already spent. You're already going to need to spend those. So maybe not in this
Yeah.
case.
Well, at this point, I would probably use the extra elevation on that,
Mhm.
if
Yeah, I was
nothing
thinking
else, because
I can move.
having, yeah, you can eventually transfer it or even use it as is. Because the second you actually do this dream, you will unlock a new client, and you'll have more choices for you to use your insight.
And then I also, for the next card, 2, I get 2 there, but 1 I can transfer into that and a coffee.
Correct.
And then I get 1 elevation,
Mhm.
which at that point I might as well take
Exactly.
to that.
Pretty much. So even though you aren't getting any specific use out of this, you do have them outside of the center, and that's always good because all you need is 2 coffee, and this major can just be a major growth or a major freedom. So you have a lot of versatility with the coffee.
Yeah, and that looks nice for that transference later where I can use it as opposed to when I had it early. It didn't make sense.
So, Dale, I believe it is your turn.
All right. One thing to note quickly, if the camera's still on the blue player's insight disc here, one of the really cool things about the visual design of this, if you ever get confused about the different insights and what level they are, they get more rounded as they elevate. So it starts out as a square and then becomes a hexagon, which is more round than a square, and then finally ends with a full circle. And they also gain color as they elevate. So if you see a symbol and you're not quite sure which level it is, just kind of think about that. Is it well rounded or not, and is it colored or not?
That is very, very ingenious thought process there.
Yes, I've appreciated that. All right, I'm gonna try something new this game.
Really good graphics design on this game. All round.
True. So my white whale that I've been chasing, as I have never been able to recall in all 3 districts. I don't know if we're going to do a full game tonight or not, but I'm at least going to try and set myself up for that purpose. So I'm grabbing 2 ideas. I'm going to go here and actually I think I'll throw them over here and draw 2 newspaper cards. Oh, excellent. I will throw this one down. This one up. And the other one I'll keep. All right. Then I will move my ink pot 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Activate the reputation track. I will gain 1 point. Get it? There it is. And 2 coffee. And then below Freud, I can play 1 newspaper. And that will be this one. Or I guess they're called
Research cards. But
Yeah.
right.
I mean, there's the rule book. There's what players will eventually call them. So
Exactly. And then that gets me 1 median freedom. And that completes my turn.
All right. So I had a few ideas what I was going to do, and I think I'm just going to continue on with the one I had, which was I was going to go here as well. And so it's going to get me 2 on there, and I'm going to need to spend 4 coffee. So I'm just going to go ahead and spend that 4 coffee here since I got it.
I will just give a small piece of advice. The actions are in effect atomic. You do them one after the other, and there's a rather relatively good reason for that. Unfortunately, the tiles sort of don't work, but actually, that does allow me to tell something. You do start out with 5 coffee, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you were, you could essentially play 2 ideas pointing at this. And if the first tile you got was this one, the one with the coffee shop, you could then get the coffee you would need for the second activation of that specific action. So by actually using the effects in a good way, you can actually pay for the second tile you're getting. And actually, that might have opened up a new way for you to get tiles. So,
yep, I was still looking at like kind of this one here. It felt kind of like a good way of getting a free medium. So that's the one I was shooting for.
Well, if you do get this one and get the coffee, this one will go to here. So that's something that will happen.
It's true. Yeah, and the second one I didn't have as clear of an idea of what I was going to snag. So, yeah, do you want? We'll go with that. That works for me.
Okay.
All
Also,
right.
is that the specific spot where you want to place? Again, because of the movement of the ink box.
Yep, that
Okay.
is the specific spot I wanted to go for that.
Okay.
Because
Good.
I was going to line up my third row there, so then that way I could get a double active, get an activation of it next turn was the idea at least.
Okay.
So yeah. So all right. So I went ahead and spent my 2 coffee. Or I guess 3 coffee now.
Yeah. So yeah.
And I get both of I forgot. Yeah, you get both of them. That's the other good thing is you get both halves as an instant. Yeah.
I will remember things in the tiles are worked out in a way that the right side pays for the left, but nothing stops you from already using the stuff you already have to pay for the stuff on the left.
Yep.
Which I would argue it is probably a better thing in this position because with the coffee you'll get from the coffee shop, instead of spending it on the left effect, you can spend it to get the second technique.
Yep. All right. So yeah, I'm going to take this one and we're going to go ahead and drop it here. All right. So it doesn't really matter for the order in this one. So I'm going to take the coffee and then activate the left side. I'm going to yeah, we'll go ahead and drop one of my minor passions to then get a medium. and increase my.
It's not a medium, it's a minor.
Oh, it's a minor. Yep. I don't know why I was thinking it was medium.
Well, there are some that give median, and you
Yep.
will look at one before, so maybe that was the confusion.
Yep. I think I was just kind of getting ahead of myself on something. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about this one here. That's what it was.
Okay, I will refill. And
All
now
right.
you can get one or the other. I would probably assume the one on the top as well.
Yep. I'm going for the one on the top as well there. All right. And executing the left-hand side will drop that down and then get me the medium fashion I was thinking I was getting there.
Okay.
Although that's
Would
not
it
really
more
makes
sense?
more sense to get yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you do have the ability to go into the opera house, which would get you an elevation.
Yep. And that one then was going to go here.
Also, because you placed your third technique, you do unlock that player code.
Yep.
This flips, and now you move your ink pot one space.
And I get one growth on that.
Yeah. Not the most remarkable of row activations, but you are building up to something as you told.
All right. And then
It's okay. John's just a hack of a therapist. It's fine.
I mean, it's fine. It's the first game. A lot of the mechanics, a lot of the efficiency, a lot of the optimization will only be understood when you actually play this for a couple of times.
This
So,
definitely has a feel of a game of the more you play it, the more of the nuances you learn. And
yeah.
Yep.
Again,
And-
I didn't cover every nuance that is in the game. You can look it up in the rulebook. I just cover the things that I would assume would be the most relevant. So, yeah. Again, if those stuffs do end up coming, if those stuff end up coming, I will make a note of it. So,
all right, but yeah, that's it for me then.
okay.
Yeah, because I do have the bright idea, but I don't think I want to spend that at the moment. So
Okay. So, can you pass over the turn to me?
oh, yep.
No problem. So, as I suggested, I am going to heal my client. I could also do other stuff, but the thing is, I don't have any bright ideas. The only thing I have is one, and doing just a single action with one idea is not the most efficient way to use my resources, because turns are a resource. So healing a client will actually provide me with stuff I will need. So in this case, major growth, minor freedom, 3 hearts, sorry, 3 hearts, and I will trigger Catharsis. So first things first, the bright idea I get from the dream, which I can place on top of her head because, well, cartoons do teach us that light bulbs go on top of people's heads. Okay, moving on. I do trigger the effects of Catharsis, which means I will get another bright idea and 2 coffee. And because I managed to clear the starting grief layer, I will unlock my second office space, which means at the end of my turn, I will draft a new card. So I will effectively use the heart-shaped box right now at the end of the turn because I can't do anything else on this specific client. I actually have to, otherwise I won't be able to heal him a future turn. But now comes a moment of decision. So usually, as I've said, you kind of want to go for these clients first, the routine clients, if nothing else, because their effects are ongoing. So the earlier you get them, the more use you get from them. I could be a bit of an interesting player and actually start out with just the ongoing clients. Sorry, the case study clients that just give in-game points and forego any ongoing benefit. It is a strategy that could work. So, how should I play it? I leave it up to you. Should I be a wild maniac and start out with these, or should I be a more regular guy and do this?
I say go for it. Go crazy.
I like that thought. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick this one. So 3 points for every type 1 notebook tile I will get. And I'm going to get this. And I'm going to get this as well. And that's that. I will arrange this when I effectively do stuff. So it is up to you.
Okay.
I will also get 2 points out of the therapy card, so from 1 to 3.
Well, my turn's going to be semi-similar because I set myself up to heal, so it would be silly not to heal. So we're going to heal this, so it is costing this, and that, which is the 3, and it clears this.
You will get 3 points, which I'll mark in the score. So from 1 to 4.
I will get 2 coffee and a bright idea. And then I have these permanent effects ongoing now.
Yeah.
This goes away. So
you will have access to the 2 art gallery tags, and also whenever you move your ink pot, you can move it an extra step.
which will be helpful down the road. Then I need a new client.
Mm-hmm. So the effects on the clients, which I forgot to mention. So starting from the left, going to the right, this one. Whenever you try to publish a treatise, instead of that, you can draw and play a newspaper card. This one allows you to, at any point in your turn, without any cost, transfer minors. So you can transfer a minor passion to a minor freedom or to a minor growth. These ones are essentially 3 points for every green tag, 3 points for every purple tag, up to a maximum of 15. My advice is pick the routine clients.
Yeah, I am not as bold. I do like the fact that I can move stuff around, so flexibility is good. All right, so I get this automatically. And
don't forget to set the number of hearts for your new
Yeah,
patients.
I will take care of that.
Oh.
So you do start out with 5. Quick note, the client you have has a grief layer that has the wave symbol, which means if you got this or this card, you would get a heart-shaped box you could then use either on that specific client or on any others.
I was looking at this one since I have the red already kind of
Okay.
in that area, so it makes sense to me. And I think that's it for me, right?
I believe so.
All right. Operation Recall is proceeding nicely. Next step, and I almost forgot one of the things I need to do to have a recall, but I'm catching it here. Changing my plan from what I was thinking about doing. I'm going to put an idea there and a bright idea, pointing at this action here. So the first thing I will do is, where did my 2 coffee come from? Oh, from my recall last turn. Or not
Yeah.
recall, from reputation track.
Reputation track.
Okay. So I'm going to spend 3 coffee and grab this tile and put it up here. And that will trigger both sides. So I gain a median growth and then spend it immediately to draw a newspaper and play 1.
So
Raw.
instead of actually placing his notebook tiles on the same row, what Dale is doing is probably placing them on the same column, because he has set up everything such that when he moves the ink pot, he will actually unlock an idea and trigger that column. At least that's what I assume you are going to do. So
That is the plan. Okay. So now, let's see, I drew. Oh, I did not play. But first, I'm going to swap this one out for this card in the market. And then I will play this one. Gives me 2 minor growth. Freedom, sorry. All right, that flips. Refill the tiles. And, oh boy. I already have 2 Opera House tags. So
decision.
I could hit that for 3, right? Because the lightning bolt gives 1 for free.
Correct.
I could activate twice more and turn all of my excess freedom into even more newspapers. Or do elevations. I think what I need for my dream again, I need a major passion. My other option is just get a median. Yeah, that's going to be too much. So I think I do this one. So I'm spending 3 more coffee down to 0. Is that going to leave me? That might be a problem. We'll see. I'm sure I can work it out. Oh, I get 2 coffee when I hit Grief Layer, when I heal next turn. I'm good. Okay, 3 more coffee. I'm going to grab this one. And I'll put that in the bottom row, which unlocks an insight. And then I will trigger the right side first. I'm getting 3 activations at the Opera House. So I could draw some newspapers. I could elevate. I could generate insights, which I definitely don't want to do because I'm already full of freedom. Cue the bald eagle.
I was about to say, can you really have too much freedom?
That's right. I think what I will do is elevate once and then use my remaining 2 activations to trade 2 of those in. Let's see, I'm going to need, oh, no. Elevate twice. This to a major passion. And then just turn in 1 of those freedom for a, what's it? Oh, for a to draw newspaper. Research card. Interesting. I will keep it.
Dale, did you trigger both sides of your of the tile?
I'm getting there.
Oh, sorry.
That was my 3 activations of the Opera House. And now I trigger the left side, which is, and that's why I didn't do that second newspaper draw, is because I'm also going to activate this column. So I need quite a few of those freedoms, and I need to save one. So yeah, that is going to turn in a minor freedom to generate a major freedom. And now I flip. I'm out of coffee. I refill this section, this tile. My bright idea here goes away. And now I move my ink pot 1. Moving 1 space will unlock an idea, like so. And then I can activate this column in any order. So I will, that's a bit of a bummer, but that's okay. I will not be able to activate that top technique, unfortunately. I spent all of my coffee. I probably should have, I need it for my dream? I don't. I should have probably elevated that instead of drawing another newspaper, because that, never mind. I'm not I'm not gonna try and max this turn. All right, so yeah, can't activate that. The bottom one I will use, so down here I will use to activate a minor or gain a minor insight. And then those other 2 techniques, I will spend both of those minors. I need to keep 1. Yep, spend both minors for a bright idea and a major freedom. Major freedom. And that concludes my turn.
All right. So I am going to come right down here and use my bright idea to activate this twice for moving my meeples.
Nice.
So first one is I'm going to go over here and hang out with all you guys. Oh, no.
I mean,
Looks
it's
like
a
I'm
heck
crashing
of a
the party.
It's a party.
Oh,
We were all drinking something, but it wasn't coffee.
yeah, we got a little too saucy at the opera, it would seem. All right. So that's going to get me 4 activations there.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of important because I need some resources for things. And also I kind of also want to get cards, but I kind of want to get cards after I wake him up, but oh well, this is the order I had to do things in. All right, so I'm gonna get 1 bump here, and I got 3 more. So I can get elevations as well. I mean, I got everything that I need right now as far as elevations go. But let's take 2 and let's just kind of plan for the future, because if nothing else, I might get some way to transfer. So I got 2, then I'll spend 1 and draw 1 card here. And I got 1 more activation. And you want, oh, no, wrong one there. Let's go ahead and activate that one to there. Or do I, no, I want to save that. We'll activate one of these. Why not? All right, there we go. Now I get the second one and I can move up to 2 spaces. So now I leave the party that I crashed. And I get 1 activation, which is going to get me 1 passion that I am needing. And now I get to move my ink blot 2, which then comes and activates my fun time row.
Good name.
So, yep. So I get a passion. Then I spend that passion to get 2 coffee. And then I can drop down 1. Let's go ahead and drop down that one. And I then get minor passion and 1 bump. Let's go ahead and bump that one. And then I get to do 1 drop to then get a medium. I don't know what I'm going to be getting on the next one, so let's just plan for having a lot of stuff all over the place and move from there. And then I get a bump at the end of the row. And I feel pretty good about that. At least I don't know what I'm going to be getting, but I feel like I can handle most things. All right. And that would be my turn then, I think. I don't think there's anything else. I got it all. I got both movements. And I guess we can go ahead and throw that back in there.
Okay, my turn. Well, I do have a bit of a quandary, which is I can always spend my idea plus bright one, which is good, to do stuff. And again, my objective is to keep going after clients. Essentially, healing clients is possibly the best way for you to not only get points, but also get reputation points, which gets you tags. So, healing clients is the main point generator of the game. However, there are stuff that kind of help, and getting notebook tiles does also help. So I'm really tempted to get both of these, and I kind of want to. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going here to get these. So, the first thing I'm going to do is get the one on the top. So spend 1 coffee to get one on the top. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to spend the other coffee to get the one on the... Ooh, good decision, because, okay, just remembered, this one will effectively score only those of type 1. So I would be losing a bit if I didn't go for the one on the top. I will say this one does seem like it will benefit me more as it currently stands. So I'm going to get this, even though I do benefit from this. Okay, I do unlock this. And I now have to move my ink box. However, I'm going to use my bright idea to actually move it a 3rd time. Even though I do have this guy, which actually would give me another chance, another bright idea. As it stands, I would get 2 bright ideas out of this specific effect. But instead, I'm just going to spend my bright idea and move my input 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Unlocking my first idea and also doing all of this. So, what to do? Well, first one will be this, and I'm probably going to convert this into a median. Next, I'm going to suppress this median passion to elevate this and also generate a minor. And finally, I'm going to use the median here to draw and play a newspaper card. Ooh. I could get coffee. Tags. One. Decisions. I'm going to exchange this for this, which I am going to play. So, sorry, the mouse is acting up. But yeah, I'm going to play this, 3 elevations. So 2 of them will go over here, and the third one can just go to the passion. I'll then be able to either use it for this dream specifically, or any other thing that catches my fancy. But I do have a plan.
All right. Well, my plan that I was going to do was completely bashed by your
Hey,
placing of so I had to rethink, and it may slightly be inefficient, but it makes a lot of sense to me, and I think I'm going to go for it.
that's what matters. That the moves you make actually make sense to you.
So we're going to go here, and we're only going to use the one idea. So we're going to move my meeple, and we're going to, since there's now a spot to party, we're going to party.
Yep, I was
Over
only
here.
passing through at that party.
So that gives me 4 of these actions over here.
I'll break out the party cashews.
Woohoo! So I know I need that. And then we'll take a second one there. And then we're going to take a third one, but then we're going to use that to draw a newspaper. Oh, there they are. I like that. So that's my 4 activations in Party Central there. Now I have to move my Inkpot 3. But because of my client, I can move it 4. And if I take my Bright Idea, it will allow me to move it 5, which will allow it to go all the way back around to where it is, allowing me to activate my row again.
And I'll unlock an idea.
And unlock an idea. So it comes there, and then I get this here. I'm going to put this up here. And then we're going to elevate this to here. All right, I will take this, put this back here to make that and get a coffee. And then with my last one, I make 2 of the minor passions, but I only have 1 spot left, so I only make 1, I guess. And then I elevate.
So just quick something. So nothing stops you from taking an insight from anywhere on the board and just placing it on the center, as if you were wasting it or resetting. Not something you'd want to do often, but it's something you could do. Let's say you were generating a major something, but you didn't have any resources, so you could just take this one, go back in the center, and then use it as a major. I don't think it would be your logic, but it can be helpful. So
okay. Yeah, in this situation, it really does, I'm only making a minor, changing it from purple to red. I don't think is necessarily important for me at this round.
But it could be a thing you could do. That's the point I was trying to
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I will, and then I get the one to increase, and I'll increase that to there. And that sets me up nicely for next round.
Speaking of being set up nicely,
Hmm.
I'm about to. I am going to heal. I have everything in order: a major passion, medium freedom, minor freedom, 3 therapy points, and 3 points.
Oh, I was
Alright.
winning.
And then
Don't
catharsis.
worry. Don't worry. I mean, at the start, it's really usual for players to be really, really close in terms of points. Later on, when the game actually starts picking up steam, players will be far in between the 10, 15 points. We do find that that sort of range is the range at which players are deemed close, because a lot of the effects in the game do give you around 10 to 15 points. So if you're far behind the player, if you are 10 points behind the player, you are quite close, and the same goes for ahead. So just a quick note.
Indeed. And that's all the more I'm doing. So I draft my new client, and I'm done.
You do have to set the therapy tracker.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I also am going to heal, as I have painstakingly got everything set up for that. So
Hey.
I'm going to drop freedom and 2 minor passions, and that's going to heal 3, which is going to remove, and that's going to get me 2 coffees and a bright
And
idea.
Yeah. And it will also remove the card blocking the second office space.
Yep. So I open that up, and let's see, what do we got here? So
Effects. So these two remain unchanged. Now, this one, we actually discussed it on the initial draft. If you recall, you get 2 bright ideas.
yep, and
He is cheap.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm
Just
looking at.
like
These
4
cheap.
hearts to heal.
Yep, that's what I was looking at, because I mean, I almost wanted to go big or go home, but I'm kind of like, well, I don't really have any of those icons right now, and that's going to require some building up for that. So I think we're going to go for cheap. So that's going to be 4, and you get this one. Which, all right, oh, that's neat. And then all right, which one do we want to go with here? Because I think I already have, he's got an icon, and I got 2 choices for that, and I've got that already, so I think that feels good to me there. All right, and yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, no other things combo off of that.
Yeah, that's done. And I will be honest, I'm quite surprised it took 4 rounds until any one of us decided that the best time to recall is now. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't have enough resources to actually start healing my clients. But I do have a plan with recall. So first things first, I'm going to get 2 coffee for the 2 different locations where I was with the ideas. So 2 coffee. And then, because, well, both myself and Freud are on the same party, that means I'm entitled to stuff over here. So I'm going to take this tile and place it over here on the column activation, which means I'll be able to activate everything here. Before that, however, I will get a reputation point, the first one. Woohoo! And both my tracker and Freud's will move, which means Freud, the meeple, will move 1 space. Yeah. So as for the column activation, let's see. I'm probably going to do something similar to what I did previously. Let's start out with this. So, what to do? Okay, so actually start out with this. Minor freedom, turn it into a median, and spend it to get and play a newspaper card. Oh, okay, interesting. I mean, yeah, it's a good card. I'm going to play it. So essentially, I get a technique tile. So whenever the symbol shows up, you only get a choice from these 2 over here, like shown on the symbol. That is, however, a pretty good card. The thing, it has to be this, even though the bottom effect, I really want it. Yeah, I do have to start thinking about the endgame objective. So, yeah. Okay, that was all of this. The only thing I still haven't done is this. Do I have, if I were to downgrade it, I would upgrade, get minor. If I did this, I would up. Yeah, so I'm going to actually suppress to Oblivion and then generate a growth and elevate this. Okay, so that is my turn.
Question is, what do I want to do?
Now, I know you would get once we get the trauma off of our patient here, we get access to the special bonus. Do we also get access to the icons then as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything that was covered by the grief layer, apart from the points to the bottom left, which you'll get once you actually treat the client, you will get the effects of. And that's valid both for the routine clients as well as the case study clients. Meaning, the second I actually uncover this grief layer, I will get the ability to score my type 1 tiles at the end of the game.
Okay. So even if you don't fully heal the patient, you still unlock the in-game scoring. Okay.
Correct. As long as the grief layer is out, the client will get its effect.
When you're healing a client, could you do both trauma cards or both the dream cards at the same time?
No, just one at the time.
Just one. Okay.
Yeah.
But you can do one per client, though, correct? Or is it just
correct.
one? Yeah.
Correct. There is a module in one of the things over here that actually does allow you to heal 2 dreams at the same time. However, that's for another day. It can be really wacky to actually be able to heal 4 dreams on a single turn. Just imagine the amount of stuff that you have to plan. But when you actually do it, the satisfaction.
Now, also the solo play variant.
Yeah.
That I don't remember. At least when I I looked at the module here like a year ago.
Uh, I don't believe the solo was done by
Yeah.
them. The solo has been added recently. The logic is that, well, he does have a deck of cards that tell him what to do, and otherwise he's just a regular player. He kind of does things a little bit differently than a regular player. But other than that, he does heal clients, perform actions, that sort of thing. And the actual bot itself can be really competitive. So if you do enjoy solo mode, I would encourage you to at least give it a whirl.
Kevin McAllister approved. Let's give it a whirl.
So what are you thinking here, Evan?
I'm trying to figure out my coffee cost if I can do what I want to do. 3, 2.
While you're thinking, Ricardo, I have a quick rules question.
Sure.
See if you remember. My client here, choose a recall bonus from any location. How does that interact with district scoring?
The same. Any location.
So I can district score in any location. I can't like, if I'm gonna district score in purple, I can't grab one of these for the reputation and put it.
No,
in
no,
purple,
no. It has to be from the location where the tiles are, but you can recall from wherever.
Cool.
A lot of the effects do tend to be on the permissive side, so they will allow you to do a lot of stuff without a lot of drawbacks.
All right. So I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to heal my secondary client here. So I need this and this. This triggers the catharsis.
Yeah, I lost connectivity there.
I'm still up. No, I'm not.
Oh,
Internet has been quite a thing today.
yes. Let's.
Well, it happens. It happens.
All right, let me all right, so I have autosaves on. I'm not certain which one's the most recent here.
Well,
oh, there we go. I got there we go. It does give me timestamps here.
Yeah.
957, 952, 1002. So it did save it just before that, so we're good.
Right.
Hey, that works. Yay, technology.
let's take a look.
Oh,
here.
nice. So it was right as I was moving my Catharsis card. So that works out.
All right, yep. Table's back up.
While it's reloading for everyone, I'll be right back.
Yeah, that was fortuitous. Looks like I have it. It's going every 5 minutes autosave, so shouldn't be too bad.
The advantage of doing an actual teaching play is that, well, turns take a long time. Mostly because I'm actually explaining all the thought process that comes into the actual move. If I wasn't spending my time actually explaining stuff, this would be done much quicker. In real life, the game's sort of made to be about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Mhm.
TTS and the actual explanation play does add a lot of time to it. So, actually, TTS is probably 50% of the time because fiddling around with pieces digitally is much slower than in real life, as I've been told.
Yep. Although you
right.
do save some of that time though in setup, so.
That's true. That is true.
All right. So I was moving my Catharsis card. All right. I did get my cost, so I did that. So I get 1 point for clearing it. I get a medium green.
I'll add the point for you. So 4 goes to 5.
And then since I had matching symbols, I get a heart. And then that would be it for me.
Did it not do turns again?
No, unfortunately, turns do get reset. You actually have to re-enable them on option. So,
There we go.
All right. Well, this would have been the turn for my master plan, but partly because Ricardo stole the reputation for this
hey,
district, and also partly because I can do something else really cool.
We like
And
cool.
That's right. I'm gonna do it. So my plan's on hold for 1 turn.
Are you going to do a
Everybody
stunt then?
Yep. What's that?
You going to do a stunt?
Yes. So look at my yellow insight disc and tell me if you think I can heal both of these dreams. Or either of these dreams.
well, I know the answer, so
Leading question. All right. So I'm going to do another healing turn. So back to back. First, so again, you can heal your clients in any order. So I'm going to heal this one first. And that will be a major freedom and a median passion. I have no passion, none whatsoever. I'm a passionless person. No longer. I will spend 2 coffee and transfer this major freedom to a major passion. I have lots of passion. Now I will spend. Oh wait,
That's going from 0 to 10 real quick.
right. Does this work?
I think you would
Maybe I can
have.
just get 1. Thought I had this planned out, but I think
Maybe.
I just heal 1. So maybe I will wait. Because I'm basically I get from the symbol match on this one. I get. No, it does work. It does work. Median, because I get an elevation from this grief layer. 2, perfect. It works. It's even cooler than I thought.
I see what
It just keeps getting better. It's a play that keeps
Yeah.
on paying. Okay, so major freedom and a major passion downgraded to a median gets me this dream, which heals 2, which hits catharsis and gains a bright idea.
And now for the trick.
Yes, so that was a symbol match. It was a eyeball with an eyeball here. Well, first of all, I'll hit the grief layer. So that is 2 points and an elevation. Back in the lead, up to 7. Elevation, right there. And then because it's a symbol match, I get a heart-shaped box. Bada bing.
But
And
you
then-
also
symbol match triggers that, which gives me a major of any type. So that's gonna be a major growth. And that gives me just enough for this stream. Major growth, medium growth, 3 hearts, fully heals him, and activates or moves Freud. So that will give me 10 points. Up to 17. And then Freud can move up to 3 spaces. So let's see what I can do with Freud. Not a whole lot. I've just been stacking theater tags. So actually, I'll put this down
it
here.
shows, actually.
What's that?
It actually shows you have been stacking the
Yeah.
red.
Indeed. So I think I'll just go here, activate for 2, and I think I will grab just 2 minor passion, keeping the passion alive. All
Just
right,
a little bit.
I
though.
will. That's right. I will draft a client and pass the turn.
So just to interrupt for a sec, you can effectively heal a client in as little as 2 turns if you have the right client and cards. It's somewhat unusual that we've taken so long to actually heal our first client ever, but I guess this is a teaching game, so all things work.
Yep. All right. So I could heal somebody. Ish, but I need to. So I was thinking I could do this. That gets me a bright idea, which will then give me 2 bright ideas. But and then one purple and that. Let's see. I might be able to do both here as well. Because that's that and that one. And then that's going to get me a purple that I can then upgrade with the coffee. And then I have both the other minors. So yeah, I'm also going to heal my clients. Because I mean, I was thinking about I could, instead just recall, but calling, who does that, right? So
That's right.
I am going to heal this one here. So that's going to get me spend that one and this one. And that takes care of that dream, which takes 2 down here, which gets rid of the. I'm now trying to think of it was like not grief, but it was it gets them cathartic. That's the catharsis. All right, and that's going to get me 3 points and a minor freedom. All right, and the symbol matched, so it's going to get me a heart box. And then I'm going to spend 2 coffee to bump this up to a medium freedom. And then I will spend the medium freedom, the minor passion, and the minor growth to heal the stream. Which that's going to heal 2 and give me a card. Let's see, which of these do I like? I like this one. The question is, where do I like it? I don't think it really matters at the moment. So we'll just go with there. That's as good as any place. All right. And now I can then spin this heart box. Now, do I do that now or?
At the end of the turn, which would be now.
Yep. So yeah, I will spin that to then fully heal this gentleman right here.
Which gets you 10 points.
And I then get to take a new client.
Yep. So as for the effects, the new one essentially does the following. Whenever you go and do a city action, or even when you actually trigger tags, like for instance, like so, you will get not only an extra activation, but you'll also get an extra gear. Meaning, if you do get this effect, it's as if all city locations had 6 gears. You could do up to 6 activations in a single spot.
That's interesting.
And she's quite cheap.
Yeah, and I was gonna go with that one because she was cheap. Because I might be looking at getting the one where you the race for 3 commons.
Yeah, this one.
Yep. All right.
So, both all of you are competing for that. I'm not, but that's me. That's me. But I would say that if I was playing a regular game, everyone would be competing for that specific tile. Essentially, those 3 tiles I showed earlier are more or less the result of us actually working towards the same objectives. Us trying to get the ongoing benefits that we'll rely on the second half of the game.
All right. And yeah, that is everything, right? I believe so. So yeah, did both of those, got that, yep.
Hmm. So Dale has a couple of cards. I don't think they would be dangerous because I can heal both of my clients now, but it's not exactly the best move I could do. It's a bit messy. I could get a technique, and doing so enables me to do, well, to claim a tile essentially. And I would say that would be probably the best thing I could do, even though I still haven't healed a client, and even though I at most can only get 1 technique. Or to be more precise, I can only fill 1 space. The other 2 spaces are locked until I manage to actually heal one of my clients. I could always replace one of the techniques I had with one I pick. I just don't think it's a good use of my time or resources. So, as bad or inefficient as it is, I am going to do just that. I'm going to go here and tentatively I'm going to go on this side because I might value this spot here a bit. We'll see. I'm going to spend the 2 coffee I have and get this tile. It gets me an elevation and a transfer. So that's actually pretty good because I will use the transfer to transfer the major over to the freedom side. And as for the elevation, I can always elevate this because I will need it later on. So that's surprisingly fruitful. I do unlock this insight, but I also managed to complete 2 columns, which entitled me to the location gold tile, which gets me an extra reputation point. Freud's tracker and my tracker move. That means Freud, the meeple, moves twice. Okay, I do have to refill the market and move my inkpot to spaces, which will allow me to trigger all of this, which unfortunately means I actually don't have enough coffee to trigger this. It's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay.
By the way, does anybody know the definition of a Freudian slip? If you don't, it's when you say one thing and mean your mother. That's a little Freudian humor on the side here.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, that's not what your mother was saying last night, Trebek.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm not. I currently don't need any hard boxes. They are useful to have. I just don't have any specific use for them, and I can't do this. So in effect, I did this, this, and this. So that's my turn. Not the most efficient, but it did get me a tile before any of you would, so that's a plus.
All of you healing out there, healing one client at a time. When I'm able to help many, because I will heal both of my clients this round.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So I am going to heal and treat my clients. So I'm going to spend 2 coffee to elevate this, and 2 more to slide this over.
Mhm.
So step 1, we will heal this stream
Okay.
for that, and 1 other any,
Mhm.
which is 3 there, which heals him completely.
Yeah.
Now where do we put him? Just
Yeah, to the side, either on top or below the playboard.
okay.
You will also get to either publish a book or a bright idea. In this case, you don't have any played newspaper cards, so bright idea,
Yeah.
yes.
Bright idea. Now on over here.
I will add you the 10 points you just gained. So
Thank you.
from 5 to 15.
And then I have enough for this one, which is that, that, and that. Clears that for that, and 10 more.
Yeah, which
And then,
I'll mark 15 to 25.
and then I get to, I get to activate
It's a wild tag activation, meaning if you were to do the coffee shop, you would get free activations. If you were to do the art gallery, you would also get free activation. And you could also use the bright idea you just gained to get an extra 2 power. My advice would be for you to start getting insights. Or coffee. Coffee is good.
Yeah, I think I need the coffee for what I'm thinking about next round. So I will gain 3 coffee out of that. And then I got to do a lot of client drafting.
Yeah. So let's do them one by one. Again, because it's atomic. This one essentially allows you to do a special thing. Instead of doing an elevation, you can get 2 minors of any type, either different or the same. And you can do that at any time you would do an elevation. So instead of doing an elevation, you'd get the other 2. It can be a really powerful effect because it essentially allows you to generate insights much faster and freely.
Okay.
The other effect, as I've stated, is instead of publishing a treatise, you would draw and play a newspaper card.
So I am going to take this one first.
Okay. Let's first draft the dreams. She will start out at 6 hearts, so you will get a point, which I'll mark 25 to 26.
That's a what? Oh, none of these dreams up here have any symbols.
It happens.
Hmm.
You can always take your chance with the top of the deck, but I mean,
Now, I mean, there's at least a non-zero chance of it happening. If you go through the entire deck of dreams, do you then just shuffle what's remaining?
yeah, essentially the dreams get reshuffled. I'd argue that if it's not on the rulebook, it's something relatively obvious because dreams essentially get reshuffled.
We'll take this guy.
Quite a big amount of dreams. I'm actually surprised. So we should, and we actually ran out of routine clients again. Surprising to an extent. I will have to double check. I'm not sure. I don't think we actually refill from the case study deck, so no longer will any routine clients appear, but I will double check. This effect, by the way, is whenever you, so it's a free action. You can suppress an insight to get a coffee. My advice is, seeing as you already have 2 routine clients and you're going for the third, getting more won't help you with this tile if you're trying to get it. So maybe now is a time to actually start going for the case study clients.
Yeah, I was looking at this one because I have 2 of the tags already, so it makes sense to take him.
Makes perfect sense. He is quite a lot tougher, but you will get 2 points. So from 26 to 28.
Okay, and he has a cloud. There is no clouds.
Oh, there is a cloud up there. Or no, that's water. It
yeah,
just looked like that from the zoom range I was at.
We'll take this one for that, I guess. And I believe that's it for me.
All right.
Push Bhutan.
Bhutan.
Boot off. All right. I'm faced with a tough decision, but I think it's got to be a certain way given my plan from the beginning. My plan was always to recall on the 4th turn after after I got my 4 purple tags. But then I was delayed when I decided to do the cool thing with the double heal. And now what I was pondering was taking one of the forbidden actions and upgrading some more insights and basically delaying my my recall for another 2 turns because I picked up another recall related to client, and I would love to be able to trigger her during my next recall. I think that's just too much of a delay, and it will, if I wait till my, what is this, 5th? I wait until turn 7 for my first recall, there's no way I can get into all 3 districts. So here we go, time to recall, no more delays. 2 locations gives me 2 coffee. And then, I've never done this before in any of my playtests. I'm actually on my very first recall going to claim a district track bonus.
Hey,
So there we go. I have 4 Opera House tags.
Nicely
No
done.
reputation, sadly. Thank you. Gets me a heart box and 2 moves of the ink pot. And I'm actually pondering, this is not an insight here. I'm pondering spending some bright ideas to move further. Because this would just give me another bright idea, whereas if I spent 2, I could activate reputation track. Get me some more coffee. Unfortunately, Freud hasn't pushed out here yet. So, but I could play a newspaper. So I'm gonna do that. And 2 bright ideas. Move 2 more spaces. Get 1 point. 2 coffee. And play another newspaper. Time just for tags. No immediate bonus. And my recall is done.
All right. I also am recalling. Nothing too exciting here, but that is going to get me what, 2 coffees. And unfortunately, I was only able to get to 2 red tags. I was wanting to get at least to a 3rd one there, but it didn't happen. So I'm just gonna have to settle for the reputation.
That's pretty-
And yeah. And I think let's see. I could get 1 more coffee, but I feel like getting in and filling in my column is important here. So I'm gonna,
Can't be
thing
at that
is-
location though.
oh, I
That's
can't, yeah, because
yours
that's not,
or
yeah,
Freud's.
mine. Yep, that's right. I was there, but I'm not there now. Let's see. Then in that case, Freud's is pretty much the same problem, which is, I mean, I could do 2, and what are my 2 there? It's basically,
Okay, so not to be annoying,
but
this effect will only allow you to trigger unlocked columns.
yeah.
So,
Oh, it's yeah. Oh, yep.
so we
Yeah.
it is a bit annoying, I will agree, but it does involve a bit of planning.
Yep. So, yep. No, I was kind of like, it's like, I guess maybe I'll do that one, but nope. You know, I'm actually more than happy just taking the level 3 passion instead, because that's kind of more useful to me anyway for that. So, because yeah, you don't have to do from top to bottom here, correct? You can just
Oh,
do
no,
any of
no.
them.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Yep.
You will get a reputation point. So you are brown.
Yep.
So Freud will actually move once. Do note that from this point onwards, reputation track bonuses do start counting from here.
Yep.
So you can get either a technique tile or playing 2 newspapers.
All right. So I also get 2 bright ideas because I did a recall
Correct.
action here.
Correct.
That was other part of the reason why I healed last turn, because like, well, I might as well get those bright ideas. Otherwise, I'm just leaving them on the table.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think that's it then. So yeah, I got the bonus. So I got my pump here. And I got my that. So yep, that should be it.
Thank you. So I've been skimming through the rulebook. If what happens when the dreams or the cards do run out, it's either well hidden or not there at all. But I would argue it's sort of obvious that the cards would get reshuffled. I will say it's probably has happened very rarely in our playtests that we would exhaust a deck. So, well done. Has never happened before.
Leave it to us.
Yep.
Okay. I believe I have enough resources to actually heal everything. Let me just double check. So, this one I have. This one I have. I have and I have not. I do think I need to use this to get something. And if that is the case, I need. So I would get this, I would get this. I would downgrade something to upgrade. Okay, I think that's how I was planning it. So let's do this one first. So major freedom, median growth, 2 hearts, and a column activation, which has to be this one because it's the only one I have. So as for that, I'm going to get a minor freedom, which I'm going to get into median freedom. And I'm going to, so I could risk it. I could use the median to draw and play a newspaper card, but that might risk not having the stuff I need. So what I'm going to do is instead this. I'm going to suppress something I'm not currently using, this growth, for instance. I will elevate this and actually get a growth back. And that will allow me to actually heal that specific dream. So this and this gets 4 hearts, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get 1 point. So from 3 to 4. But I do also get Frigga Catharsis, which removes the grief layer, which gets me a major growth, and 4 points. So from 4 to 8. And also, I do manage to heal this fully, so an extra 10. So 8 to 18. So I'm catching up slowly but surely. Now, drafting. Well, I'm committed. Even though I haven't been planning for this guy, he is cheap. So that's literally the reason. What's the manifest? Latent? No specific icon. I'm gonna get this one, but I'm not really set up for it, unfortunately. As for the effect, by the way, So the effect of the guy I just picked will essentially count 3 points for every one of my insights not on the player board, meaning they would be either on treatises I publish or here on the city on district bonuses. The other guy that just came will essentially score 3 points for every healed client. So that is my turn. You can play.
Oh, I've been kicking around a lot of ideas, and I'm not sure which is the best one, unfortunately. So let me think a little more.
Sure.
Now, one question here. So the bottom action here for moving Freud himself,
Yeah.
you move him and then you take an action in Freud's location.
Yeah, the logic is the same as if you were moving your own meeple. The main difference is that with Freud, he can move up to 3 spaces.
Yep.
But also, Freud is common to all. So just because you move Freud doesn't mean other people can't move Freud in their own turns. So there's a bit of a risk-reward thing going on, in which you can move Freud farther, but at the same time, other people can rely on Freud as well. And sometimes you just want to move Freud, not just because of the city, but because of the ink pots.
Yep.
All right, so I think what I'm going to do, so I'm going to go here with my bright idea also, so I can get 2 newspapers. Make sure that's right. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. And then I draw one, see if I want to switch it. Then I draw the second one, see if I want to switch it, correct?
Correct.
And
And
switching
it doesn't
I
have
can...
to be, it could be any card in your hand that you switch.
Okay. So I'm going to switch this one for this one.
Mm-hmm.
And repeat. And I'm going to keep that one. And then I move my ink pot 4, but because of my client, I can move it 5. For 5, unlocks another one of these, and then I run my row. So we're going to start by taking these 2. We're going to turn this one in to make one of these and get a coffee. Get one of these. We get to elevate twice. So get another one of those. Now the free actions on the clients that you get, I can use that in interruption of in between any of these, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can effectively move minus at any point. This one does have a specific activation when you actually move the ink pot. This one, whenever you get elevations. So while they do have specific timings, but they are relatively obvious, I would say.
All right. So I'm going to use his, where I can shift this around to here. And I'm going to elevate that twice. I think I did all of those correctly. Oh wait, I have one elevation left at the very end. I'll move that to there. Okay, now I'm good.
All right. All set?
I'm all set. Oh, push the button.
Push button. Okay. I'm going to go get some techniques because I'm realizing my strategy will need a lot of unlocked insights. I have
Only
not
one.
only do I need 2 more unlocked for the recalls, but I believe I have, I guess, just one latent dream that wants to publish a treatise. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm going here. I'm going to spend 1 coffee and grab, or was it? I think it was here I was going to go. It was because I want to try and get both of these up top. So flip and go here. 2 coffee. I already spent 1. There's my second. I will go
Let me just go and
here first. I get an elevation and a transference. So I will go elevate, transfer. Good. Flip. Refill. And then I want this one. Activating the library. Ah, my tags are theater. Oh, I have 1 library tag. So that's
So
gonna
you will
activate 1.
actually activate twice.
Yeah, 1 for free
for
and
that.
then
Yeah.
1 extra. And at the library, which is up here, I can gain coffee or miners, or I definitely don't want to trade away that median, or I don't have the median yet, so go miner. And oh, I didn't spend my coffee for this. And I want a coffee back. If anything, I should just get 2 coffee. I do want a coffee back, but 1's enough. Okay, flip. Refill. 2 ink pots. 1, 2. Unlocks my second idea. And triggers this whole row.
You know, who needs to unlock ideas either? You know, that's an overrated function of the game.
For sure. All right, I get a minor growth. I get a median growth, and then I will trade that in right away to draw a newspaper. And ooh, I like that one. But the one I play will be for 3 coffee. Okay, so that's this, this, and this. Now I spend 1 coffee and get a median growth and another minor growth. All right, ink pot complete. Turn. Complete.
All right. Well, I mean, I pretty much telegraphed earlier, but I'm moving Mr. Freud here, and I'm going to do that twice. So his first stop is going to be at Party Town. All right, and that's going to get me 4 activations there.
Yeah.
Yep, 4. All right. So let's see. I am needing it to get at least 2 of these here because I need some purples here for doing some healing. And I can then do 2 elevations or get more purples. Let's see. I need to also get greens. I'm gonna get that. So three purples and an elevation. Yeah, that works. All right, and then he's going to come over here and join me at what is this, the museum? Or no, that's
Museum or university. Let me
university.
check
Yeah,
the actual because there is a glossary of the different locations.
yeah. I mean, it's not going to change the action, but yeah, it's kind of yeah, I'm kind of interested which one's which. All right, but yeah, so I've got 2 of those icons.
It's the university.
Okay. And then the other one's the library. All right. So I got 4 activations here.
Uh,
Yep.
How so?
Yep.
Mm,
And I'm there, and Freud's there.
Okay, so you're there, Freud's there. That gives you 2 activations.
And then my
And
guy here has 2 icons.
the thing is, you either use the people that are in the spot or you use all of your tags.
Ah, okay. I thought it was all right.
I will
So
remember you. Okay, but I was gonna say because I did look into this, you still haven't unlocked her. So
Yep.
if you had unlocked her, you would get an extra activation anywhere. So yeah, you can still get stuff. You just have to spend bright ideas.
Yeah, which I'm still 2 is still more than sufficient for what I was needing anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, so I just need 1 here because I'm then going to spin that, and then is that what I want? Is that so I need to get, well, let's do the 2 bumps because I think that's all I needed. And then yeah, because I don't need, all I need is a level 1 over there. Yeah, and I think because I could spend a great idea, but I don't know if I want to spend them here because I kind of have other plans for them. So I think that'll be good for that then. Yeah, and then my ink blot movements, so that's going to be 4, and I am going to spend a great idea here to make that 5. Which, hey, I can unlock columns too now, I guess.
Hey, good.
All right. And then I get to run my row here. So I get a red, I spend a red, get 2 coffee. I then get a, yeah, gets a bump down, and then get a red and a bump up. Oh yeah, that's probably why I should have actually spent the great ideas and got more reds because I've might as well have gotten my future ones. I forgot about the one down on the bottom there. Well. All right. And then I can take a bump down. Yeah, I might as well take a bump down here and get a medium. And then I get 1 bump up. And let's take a bump up there. Is that what I want? Yeah, that should be fine. All right. And I believe that's That's it. Nothing else combos. So yep.
Okay, my turn. Well, I will say something. You kind of did exactly what I wanted to do with moving Freud. You just didn't do what I was going to do.
Hmm.
So my plan, which in a way still holds up, is to get newspaper cards, and
Yep.
I believe I can still get them. 1, 2, 3. If I do this, trigger this, I would actually get another newspaper card, play it. So, as surprising as it sounds, I'm going to do exactly the same. Just thinking whether or not it's worthwhile to go all in on moving or not, to actually draw and play a newspaper card. I think the newspaper card will probably be better, but I will see. So, first things first, Freud will move to here, which means I only have one activation, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I could move to the library, but the library doesn't have what I need. So I'm going to convert this into a newspaper card, which I'm going to tentatively exchange. Okay. And now I move Freud over to the big party at the opera, and essentially do get a minor, convert the minor into a newspaper card 2 times. So instead of going here, only getting 2, I actually managed to get 3 just out of clever positioning.
Rule question: is there a limit to how many cards you can have in your hand?
A limit. You could have all the. You could literally have all the deck. In fact, John Guthrie here actually
That's
managed
me.
to play 11 cards in a row.
I
due
thought
to
it was 13.
Yeah, 13
Yeah.
cards in a row, due to one of the modules, the scholarly module, that gives a lot of benefits regarding playing cards. So imagine a guy, 13 cards in hand, plays most of them
In
all
one
at
shot.
That's impressive.
It is.
Didn't
Okay.
win the game, but it was really cool and fun.
That's a moral victory.
Hey, you know what?
But yes, that is exactly what it is.
Sometimes maybe all you want to do is just go and drive your ship into the middle of the area and do a death blossom, just blow up as many ships as you can. I mean, you might not win the game, but you know what? You won in your heart.
Yeah.
And I have the weirdest assortment of cards ever. And I mean, it is really, 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 really bad. But it is what I've been given. So, yeah. I'm going to move the inkpot 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, unlocking my second idea. So we're all in the running for the unlocking of the third, which, well, we'll see how it goes.
Oh, I'm not in the run for that one.
I mean, depends. If you had tons of bright ideas, you could. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3. I mean, if you got an extra bright idea, you could. So,
I
game
could.
will open. We'll see, because all it takes is for one of them to snipe it. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to do a column activation. It could be this or this. In theory, I think I'm going to do this. So once again, the usual opener, in which I get a minor freedom, turn it into a median, and convert the median into draw and play a card. So draw. Really? It's been a really weird amount of cards I've been given. That's the weirdest thing I've been. Let's play. Do I want to play this? I don't mind, but it's okay. Median growth. I will use it eventually. And finally, I do have this one, which I'm actually going to use. So I'm going to suppress this to actually elevate this and get that minor. So at the very least, I could get this one running. And ironically, would I do the other one? I mean, if I had an elevation, which it's a catch-22 sort of thing. If I do this, I don't have enough for the other. Shoot. It is what it is.
So to claim that card, you only need to unlock the third, right? You don't
Yeah.
have to cure them.
No, literally, this one right here is just unlocking ideas. This one, however, you do have to heal them.
Yep.
So you actually have to have them here on your player board.
All right, so I can't get that. So I think I'm going to stick with my original plan then. So before I start anything, I'm going to spend 3 coffee for a bright idea. Then I'm going to come here with these 2. Because if I start here, now the Opera House, on a quick look, that token, it looks like a wizard to me.
Want to say something? You have already played this
Oh,
action,
yeah.
so
I
you
can't
are
do that.
not able to do that specific one. You can get either this or this if you have the resources. This one, you don't have enough coffee, so you will be either limited to this or some other thing.
I forgot about the...
Maybe it's a good time to recall. Who knows? I mean, could be. Although benefits wise, not the best.
Yeah, I think I might have to recall. Yeah.
Okay, so first things first, you are going to get free coffee. You will have a flow, so maybe you should spend 2 or even 3 coffee into a reaction of sorts. You can always
Yeah.
get an idea for free coffee.
So I'm going to spend 2 to elevate this here.
That's perfectly fine. And you will get 3, so you go up to 6.
So that'll set me up for other stuff next round.
Okay.
Ah,
both you and Freud are here. So, and you, I don't think, have enough of the purple tags to actually claim a district bonus. So you have to settle for this or this.
I'll take the major purple. Yeah, I'll take the major purple. Oh, excuse me.
Hmm.
I believe that's it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think I
have-
got about one more round or so in me as it's starting to get late.
Fair enough.
Sounds good. I'm glad that you didn't cheat. No, I can't go there. I would be cheating.
Rules.
Right? Because both of these would be great. Well, the bottom one not so much. But I would probably use a bright idea to get 3 coffee back, and then the top one I still have those 4 tags. So that's okay. I have 3 coffee, and I get my coffee back from the theater. I do have 2 tags. It doesn't give coffee. Okay. I'm going here. I will spend with 2 ideas, spend 1 coffee. And I'll just grab this one. What's underneath? That's actually pretty good. I will spend another coffee. Grab that one. Unlock another insight. Now 2 on the ink pot. Oh, shoot. Can I? Well, that works. Okay, that works. All right, 2 on the ink pot. I get a minor passion. I'm going to suppress this freedom to get a median freedom. This one. Then I'm going to use that suppressed freedom that's now a minor, turn that into a major. And then I'll get a median passion. And finally, I will elevate that to a major. So I'm looking at major, median, major, and that other one will come from the client. All good.
Oh, so I mean, I am tempted to go and snipe that 3 columns unlocked. But I mean, I would be basically doing an action though that I really don't. I mean, I'd have to be doing Freud again. There's no really good things that's going to really.
So you can't do Freud again.
And I
Because-
can't do Freud again. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll be doing one of these, and I don't really want to do either of those. So I'm just going to stick to the original plan, and healing some peoples.
Hmm.
All right. So I'm going to do a few things here. So I'm spending 2 coffee to shift this over here. And then I'm going to spend that. And then a top level freedom to cure this one, which gets me 3 points. And removes that. And that gets me 2 more points and a coffee. All right, so that's 5 points total. Did anyone move mine or?
No.
All right, I'll go ahead. I got 5 points there. All right, and so I got those bonuses, and then I spend a top level fire and a medium level freedom. Oh, I also should probably have moved that down too, because that's kind of the whole point of doing that. For that dream,
Disconnected. Hopefully, just me.
it looks like it's just you.
Nope. Nope, I just got disconnected.
Nope, it was me as well.
Oh, I'm
Save,
still connected.
save the thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's saved. I'm still here though.
I will try connecting back to you. Although you're not coming up on the browser.
It is
And-
true. I will reload sometimes. Glitch.
Yeah, maybe I also can reload too. I did just save it, so we're good there at least. And I'll just go and remake the room here.
Quite a lot of technical difficulties this game.
Yeah.
The mod itself, we've actually worked on it this past week. We've fixed a lot of lingering bugs, and it is in a okay state. So
Yeah, the mod seems pretty stable. It seems just
Yeah.
our back end right now.
I did Steam probably or internet connections.
Yep. All right. I've recreated the room and loading the game. Again, I'm going to blame Comcast because they were literally outside my place earlier today. So
They knew you'd be streaming. They're targeting you.
it must be a vendetta from decades ago when I was working in as for an ISP. So
I don't see it yet.
they're in.
It's currently.
There you guys are for the browser.
Let me try it this way. I just reload tabletop. Sometimes it gets stuck.
Yeah, sometimes.
All right. Well, I was in the middle of my turn, so I don't think you hopping in here, Evan, will.
It won't affect anything.
Yeah. So let me just go and at least finish up where I was at while I still got that mentally in my head what I was doing. All right. So now I get to activate an unlock column, which hey, I finally managed to do that. All right. So yeah, I will then spend 1 coffee to not do the bump down. And we'll then draw a paper. Hey, I can draw cards too. Let's see. And then that gets me a coffee. And then I will spend the coffee to avoid the bump down to get 2 coffee. And that's it for that action. That drops him all the way down, which heals him.
So 8 points.
Yep, 8 points there.
So from 19 over to 27. Yeah.
And yep. Yeah.
And you do have a choice of irons, which again, I will argue these ones are the better choice given the. So we kind of are in the mid game of the game.
Yep. Yeah, it kind of feels now we're at that point where, all right, you've gotten at least a lot of your plan or your rotation, and now you need to like push it.
Essentially, the easy tiles are just a stone's throw away from getting, and the harder ones are within grasp.
Oh, I did forget one thing. The dream matched the so I got a heart box. Unfortunately, it doesn't get me like allow me to complete that one, which I really actually can. Is there another way to get heart boxes, like by spending coffee?
There is a way which is you can use that combination of insights to get a heart-shaped box. Again, I will say the conversion is terrible, but if you do have those resources,
which unfortunately I don't. So
yeah.
Yep. No, I was kind of looking at because then I could definitely, secure myself the healing 3 miners first kind of thing. But nope.
I mean, the competition's still hot because all 3 of you are going for it, and yeah,
and
I'd say Evan is in direct competition with you. So.
All right. So the first dream card, it's going to be 3. I already got my 1 point for getting up to 6.
So this is actually quite curious. We're relatively close. I mean, really close. Where both 2 people are sharing 28. Some of them are sharing 18. And might I add, these are rather odd scores for the stage in the game that we're in. We have been taking a long time healing our clients for whatever reason. So at this point in the game, we would probably be around the 40 to 50 mark. So I'm just saying the game has progressed slowly.
And games are variable.
Despite the fact that we've pretty much exhausted almost all of the routine clients, which is something we've rarely done. So whenever Doc, I could read.
I gotta turn the turns back on. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see, but yep, I am done at that point. I think it's going to give it to you when I do that.
Yeah, I'm the first player for some reason. Yeah. Okay. I do want to do a lot of stuff. I do want to try and heal these, but I'm in a bit of a quagmire. Words. The biggest issue I have is sort of a catch-22. I have the resources for one, but not the other, and I haven't been in a good place to generate stuff, even more so because I don't have coffee. That seems to be the biggest concern. What I'm going to do instead is not exactly. So I was trying to rack my head, see if I could get this tile over here. I could, but the only way I could do it is if I were to get 6 coffee, which I can't. At the very most, I can get 5. essentially, I would move right over to the coffee shop, get coffee, and then move to the library and get another 3 for a total of 5, which is not enough. So I'm going to try my luck with publishing. Even though that directly doesn't give me coffee, it will move me enough such that I might get some luck here, and at the very least I can try and upgrade some stuff I actually need, which would allow me to then do something else. Let's do that. 2 ideas over here. And first things first, play 2 cards. The cards I'm going to play if I do that, I don't want to play that. Shoot. So the thing I said about wanting to play cards with tags is haunting me a bit. Because I want to play this card, or to be precise, I don't want to play that card because I won't be able to use the effect to its fullest potential. Or maybe, no, I'm overreacting a bit, just a bit. I do want that card, so I'm going to generate a median freedom, and I'm going to elevate 3 times. So one of them can be this median into a major, the other one this and this, and the other one the minor to a median. Why not? Elevations are always good. I move my pot 3 spaces, so yeah, there's no good way for me to actually get here, claim the other one. No chance. Get a minor passion, downgrade something to upgrade, and get a minor freedom, which I'm going to downgrade this to upgrade the. I'm actually generating what? I'm going to generate this and upgrade this. No. I'm going to actually upgrade this that I just got because I can use it as the field to draw and play a newspaper card, which hopefully will get me something good. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just disappointed. I'm going to play this, which I already had. It's one of the cards I had, but the other one is similar. It's the library one. So yeah, I do manage to generate that. However, second action is actually publishing a book. Weirdly enough, I'm going to publish books this game. It's not a thing I usually do, but I mean, this game has been full of things I don't usually do. So yeah, the book I'm actually going to do is this because there haven't been any red tomes, any red volumes. So yeah, for whatever reason.
What? Yeah, there has.
I mean, I haven't drawn them, so.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, that's because I drew.
Oh yeah, because you drew. Yeah, you did. I didn't.
Yeah, there's plenty of red books.
Yeah, you drew them all. Okay, but seriously, I have not yet seen a red one. So I'm gonna get this over here and get 10 points from 18 to 28. Amazing. Wait, 8. Okay. Oh. Oh no. I messed up a thing. Would it mess up the everything else? I don't think so. So, sorry, it's late, I guess, for everyone.
Yeah. Well, I think we're probably gonna make this the last round anyway. So
probably. Just noticed I did the inkpot movement before finishing the actual action. I don't think it would have changed the cards I would have played because I already had them in play. But do bear in mind I did play a card that I shouldn't probably have played. That being said, this is now done. Next round, if we actually reach that, I would get both clients and actually publish a second book, which would entitle me to this tile right here. So let's see if we can get that. If we don't, well, you know what I'm going to do.
I'm trying to see if I can complete two things in once. And the question is, do I have enough coffee, or can I generate enough coffee to do this?
6 isn't enough.
It might not be.
Oh, wow.
All right. So what are you thinking here then, Evan? What's
That
this
I need-
giant coffee move?
My initial plan might not work, but we can always go to plan B. Let's see. All right, where's Freud right now? He's over here.
Yeah, the Opera House has an amazing party.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's just
and
been a rager that's been going on all week.
All week, yeah. All year.
And getting late now. This is either move to or move to Freud.
Yeah.
Right.
Move up
I'm
to,
at,
or move to Freud.
which I'm at Freud, so it would be moving to, which would move
Up
me there,
to.
which
Up to 2, yeah.
actually I could do it this way. This will work. Okay. So I'm going to spend 3 for a great idea, just so I have it here. So I'm not sure if my math is working currently, but so we're going to go here. I'm going to move up to 2, which I'm only going to move 1. And I'm going to use that. I would get 1 activation, but I have 2 tags, so that gets me 3 then.
2. You either use the tags or the meeples that are in the location.
Excluding yourself.
No, so you either use the meeples that are there, including yourself, or the tags, It's
Oh, then,
one
yeah.
or the other.
Okay. So 1 or 2. So I'll.
And you can always use bright ideas to help in that regard.
This actually doesn't make sense for me to do it this way. Hang on. Let's reverse this. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Well, looking ahead here, I think I know what Dale's doing. And if he doesn't do it, though, then I'm doing it.
You'll never guess. I'm on a top secret mission.
I see your heart boxes there, sir.
Oh,
Shh.
sneaky.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I was going to do the same, but I was going to do it by getting a heart box from the coffee shop.
Hmm.
So I can move this back. Huh. Wow, nobody has read books out at all.
What, you don't
Carter
have a
did.
bunch in your hand?
I do not. I don't think they exist.
All right, well, there's not that many. Like, I only have one, in all honesty, because I only have 2 cards. So yeah, I only managed to get one.
I will take a sneak peek into the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Almost all of them are still there. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's how it was shuffled. I think there are 12 for each type, so wow. That's really unlucky.
Mhm.
Yep. That sounds like me playing Magic the Gathering. It's like, oh, there's all my lands at the bottom or at the top. Take your pick.
All right. So the best move, I have to draw cards because I'm trying to find something. So 1.
Dig, dig, dig.
I have to keep that one. Oh, look, there they are.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it took 20 something cards to show up, but finally.
and with that, I move 4, which is 5.
Oh, well done.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mhm.
So that
You-
gets me that, which gets me the
Yeah,
tile.
Nice.
So you get a reputation point, which means nothing happens in terms of Freud moving.
But it makes me feel better.
It as it should.
And
At
then
least you're ahead of
I get to run my row.
Mhm.
All right.
at least I don't have to worry about anyone trying to snap that off.
All right.
Because it's always a good sign.
So that comes on. That comes off for 2 elevation. Well, actually, let me do these 2 first. This comes off for this to go here, and I get a coffee, but I will spend 2 coffee to make a 3 coffee total, so I can get a bright idea. I get that, but that comes off, so I get 2 elevations.
There are 3 of us all there sitting on 28.
This,
Yeah,
and that. Move there because I can
has
spin it
been a
around.
weird game.
Well, I had my choice of doing this, or I was gonna get 15 points, but I was like, I don't know. That's not really gonna serve me, since we're not finishing the game. So, me getting the card felt better.
Mm-hmm. Are you all set?
Yep, I ran the row, so I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, someone had my plans pegged.
Yep.
It's gonna be a healing turn. And there is, for this one first, there's a major freedom, median growth, 2 hearts, bright idea, catharsis. Catharsis is, well, first of all, symbol match. So that's a heart box and a major freedom. Major coming from my client over here.
Oh, cool.
And then catharsis is 2 coffee and 5 points. Wow. Catching up. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then that freedom fuels this one. Major freedom, major passion, 3 hearts, fully healed, so 10 points, up to 33. And I can publish a treatise from my dream. Treatise I always dreamed of.
Mhm.
There it is. So I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna. I thought about grabbing one of Ricardo's, but I'm citing that. It just wasn't that exciting for the sighting.
Mm.
But so here we go. I'm just gonna grab this one. Because that only gets rid of one of my tags. And it's the one I don't really need anymore. And it gets me 2 green tags, which I very much need. Here's the insight. That's another 8 points. 41. And that concludes my healing. No, it does not. Well, it sort of does. Before I go shop for new clients, I'm going to spend all 3 of my heart boxes to finish healing her for another 8. 49, and that is 3 level 1 clients, or
Yeah.
what do they call it?
Routine.
Routine.
Oh.
That's it.
Is
And
that
does,
that's a reputation for you?
That is
Yes,
my
it
first
is.
reputation.
So Freud's mark moves, but Freud stays where he is. And yeah,
And
with it sounds, we are kind of going towards endgame.
Yep.
And the reason is, when Freud sort of reaches this threshold, game kind of speeds up fast because we pretty much have our engine set. We are healing clients at a consistent rate, so it won't take long to actually get these gold tiles or even get reputation points. I mean, all it takes for me would be to heal a new client, and then I could just place 2 techniques and I would get a reputation point.
and just I think are we ending this round? Is that my last turn?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so because Evan's getting.
It's better. It is midnight and a half. Actually, 20 to 1 at
Yeah.
your side, so you don't even want to know how it is for me.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But just a little preview of my next action would be I was going to take a recall, and I now have enough green tags that I can recall in the green district using my client where I can recall anywhere. Plus, the other client that I just unlocked would let me place, in addition to recalling on the district track, I could place a a bonus as well. So I could do something like I could recall in green from where I am, and I could. So I think I have 4 green tags now.
You have
You have 7.
7. Oh wow! So
Yeah.
next turn, I would be going here. That gets me a reputation. I would be collecting this, which gets me another reputation. And if nobody else recalled in green first, I would be getting 3 reputation next turn. That would almost end it.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty much. Like
So that's it.
we
for me.
said, it speeds up at the end.
Mhm.
Although, I mean, he would probably win, but that's just because he rushed the end of the game.
Right.
Which, I mean, it's a perfectly valid way to play the game.
Yeah, that's definitely something you. If you're in the lead and you can rush the game, you often might want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has, however, been a rather slow game, even if by usual standards. We took our sweet time healing patients.
Mhm.
Client, my apologies.
It took a little bit there, yeah. Well, so now my clever thing isn't going to be able to do anything since he took that. I can't get the 5, and I can't do that one. I can't beat any of that one or that one. So, I'm just going to do what I would, I guess, do if it was a longer term game. I don't know. It's kind of I don't think I'm going to be able to make up that many points here because I could heal. Well, I mean, I could do that. That's not going to remove that though. That would then, I would then be like, ooh,
Yeah, if
one
I would have
short.
thought it through a little bit harder on the last turn of moving around, I could have set myself up to potentially heal, clear off the 2 catharsis on mine because I could have done that on next turn and set it up so that I could heal then again to clear them off completely on my board the turn after.
Actually, it's not entirely bad news here. I guess if I did try to heal, I would be doing these 2 off. I would then have to spend 1 box. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm just going to do because you know what? That's at least points to a degree. So let's spend 2 coffee to move that there, I guess. Terrible use of coffee because my original plan for like going a little bit longer would have been to come here and just gotten all my resources from just grabbing here. But it's all right. So I then heal this dream, which gets me 3 points. And then that's going to drop this down 2. It matches, so it gets me a heart box. I then spin that heart box to then remove that, which gets me then another 6 points. So I get 9 points total.
Mhm.
So it's 20, so 36. And yeah, so that's that. It doesn't do anything else other than just give me those. And then I am 1 short of being able to also heal her, which then would have gotten me like another like 11 points.
Did you include your
But
heart box?
was that?
Did you include your heart box? You have a heart
Yeah,
box.
I got a heart box, and then I spent it to get him down the third
Okay.
one to get the
Oh,
yeah. But yeah. Like the main plan was I was actually going to go here to get one movement to then, play cards. I was actually going to play the 2 out of my hand, get a bunch of resources, and then I was going to do mad healing next turn. Because then I was just going to have I was going to be flush with resources then.
Actually, the mad healing comes in the Nightmares expansion.
But yeah, I think that's then basically it for me there. But yeah,
And,
that's my real move is I would have gone here, and then yeah, I would have wound up playing both my cards out of my hand. 1 red card.
And I think we should probably leave the game for now, seeing as we've pretty much shown more or less in about 5 hours almost
Yeah.
what the game is all about.
Oh yeah, I agree. Thank you guys definitely for giving us a run through of the game, demonstration of the game.
mhm.
It was fantastic. I backed this game way back. We interviewed Johnny Pack sometime last year. I can't remember exactly. And talking through with this coming out and some of the other games that I was already on board with this one, and talking to him made me really excited to get involved with this to back it, and now getting a chance to actually play it. I'm very, very excited for it, so I can't wait for it to come. It was great to learn it from you guys. As you guys play this quite frequently, it was great to learn it from you guys, and we're glad that you guys could use this for people too down the road if they need to learn how and watch us slowly plod through a game. I mean, you got 5 hours to spend, why not?
Yeah.
Right?
It was a rather slow game, but then again, it was a teaching game. And if we don't have to explain our thought processes every time we do a move, it will go much, much faster. Just as a quick aside, we are in the Discord server for Fantasia Games doing a pre-release tournament for Unconscious Mind. The submissions are live. Sign up is free, and the winners of the tournament will receive Flow pledges. Flow being the new game from PK Games, offshoot of Fantasia Games. Deadline is the 22nd of February. So if you find that you can play Unconscious Mind, do go to the Discord server, join the tournament, and just have fun. Okay, that was the shout out. So thank you for that.
Well, thanks. Yeah,
thanks,
like you know
guys.
what?
It's been fun.
Yeah. This has
Yeah.
been a game that's been on my radar for a while. So I mean, it's I had missed out on the Kickstarter earlier, so I'm going to have to definitely pick this up though. It's got a lot of like the kind of intricacies that I like whenever I'm playing a game.
Mhm.
There will be retail versions eventually, but details I am not yet aware. So,
But thank you everybody for tuning in, watching our live stream, watching this on YouTube later down the road once this gets posted. As always, subscribe and like any of our videos. And until later, this is Tabletop Gaming Guild signing off. Have a good night.